2117th Congress, 2021 to 2022. Get alerts. Law. Hide overview. Sponsor: Senator Scott, Rick, RFL, introduced May 13, 2021. Committees: Senate Energy and Natural Resources. Committee Prints: H.PRT 117-13. Latest action: December 27, 2021 became Public Law No. 117-81. All actions. Roll call votes. There have been 3 roll call votes. Tracker. Introduced. Passed Senate. Passed House. Resolving differences. To President. Became law. More on this bill. CBO cost estimates. 1. Subject: Policy area. Armed Forces and National Security. View subjects. Give feedback on this bill. Contact your member. Go to Text S.1605 117th Congress, 2021 to 2022. All information, except text. Listen to this page. There are 4 versions. Text available as XML HTML 10 megabytes. Text 3 megabytes. PDF 2 megabytes. PDF provides a complete and accurate display of this text. This text has been loaded in plain text format due to the large size of the XML HTML file. Loading the XML HTML in a new window, 7 megabytes, may take several minutes or possibly cause your browser to become unresponsive. Shown here, Enrolled Bill. Congressional Bills 117th Congress, from the U.S. Government Publishing Office, S. 1605 Enrolled Bill, ENR, S.1605 117th Congress of the United States of America AT. The first session begun and held at the City of Washington on Sunday, the 3rd day of January, 2021, and Act to authorize appropriations for fiscal year 2022 for military activities of the Department of Defense, for military construction, and for defense activities of the Department of Energy, to prescribe military personnel strengths for such fiscal year, and for other purposes. Be it enacted by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America in Congress assembled. Section 1. Short title. This act may be cited as the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2022. Sec. 2. Organization of Act into Divisions. Table of Contents. A. Divisions. This Act is organized into 6 divisions as follows. 1. Division A, Department of Defense Authorizations. 2. Division B Military Construction Authorizations. 3. Division C Department of Energy National Security Authorizations and Other Authorizations. 4. Division D Funding Tables. 5. Division E Department of State Authorization. 6. Division F Other Non-Department of Defense Matters. B. Table of Contents. The table of contents for this Act is as follows. Secretary 1. Short title. Secretary 2. Organization of Act into Divisions. Table of Contents. Secretary 3. Congressional Defense Committees. Secretary 4. Budgetary effects of this Act. Secretary 5. Explanatory Statement. Division A Department of Defense Authorizations. Title I Procurement. Subtitle A Authorization of Appropriations. Sector 101. Authorization of Appropriations. Subtitle B Army Programs. Sector 111. Modification of deployment by the Army of Interim Cruise Missile Defense Capability. Sector 112. Multi-year procurement authority for AH-64E Apache helicopters. Sector 113. Multi-year procurement authority for UH-60M and HH-60M Black Hawk helicopters. Sector 114. Continuation of Soldier Enhancement Program. Sector 115. Limitation on availability of funds pending report on the Integrated Visual Augmentation System. Sector 116. Strategy and authority for the procurement of components for the Next Generation Squad Weapon. Subtitle C Navy Program. Sector 121. Extension of procurement authority for certain amphibious shipbuilding programs. Sector 122. Extension of prohibition on availability of funds for Navy port waterborne security barriers. Sector 123. Extension of report on littoral combat ship mission packages. Sector 124. Incorporation of advanced degaussing systems into Arleigh Burke-class destroyers. Sector 125. Report on the potential benefits of a multi-year contract for the procurement of Flight 3 Arleigh Burke-class destroyers. Sector 126. Acquisition, modernization, and sustainment plan for carrier air wings. Sector 127. Report on material readiness of Virginia-class submarines of the Navy. Subtitle D Air Force Program. Sector 131. Extension of inventory requirement for Air Force fighter aircraft. Sector 132. Contract for logistics support for VC-25B aircraft. Sector 133. Prohibition on certain reductions to B-1 bomber aircraft squadrons. Sector 134. Prohibition on use of funds for retirement of A-10 aircraft. Sector 135. Limitation on availability of funds for the B-52 Commercial Engine Replacement Program. Sector 136. Limitation on availability of funds pending information on bridge tanker aircraft. Sector 137. Inventory requirements and limitations relating to certain air refueling tanker aircraft. Sector 138. Minimum inventory of tactical airlift aircraft. Sector 139. Report relating to reduction of total number of tactical airlift aircraft. Subtitle E Defense-wide, Joint, and Multi-Service Matters Sector 141. Implementation of affordability, operational, and sustainment cost constraints for the F-35 aircraft program. Sector 142. Transfer of F-35 program responsibilities from the F-35 Joint Program Office to the Department of the Air Force and the Department of the Navy. Sector 143. Limitation on availability of funds for air-based and space-based ground-moving target indicator capabilities. Sector 144. Limitation on availability of funds for procurement of aircraft systems for the Armed Overwatch Program. Sector 145. Analysis of certain radar investment options. Sector 146. Review and briefing on fielded major weapon systems. Sector 147. Reports on exercise of waiver authority with respect to certain aircraft ejection seats. Title II Research, Development, Test, and Evaluation. Subtitle A Authorization of Appropriations. Sector 201. Authorization of Appropriations. Subtitle B Program Requirements, Restrictions, and Limitations. Sector 211. Codification of National Defense Science and Technology Strategy. Sector 212. Codification of Direct Hire Authority at Personnel Demonstration Laboratories for Advanced Degree Holders. Sector 213. Duties and regional activities of the Defense Innovation Unit. Sector 214. Codification of requirement for defense established program to stimulate competitive research. Sector 215. Codification of authorities relating to Department of Defense Science and Technology Reinvention Laboratories. Sector 216. Improvements relating to Steering Committee on Emerging Technology and National Security Threats. Sector 217. Improvements relating to National Network for Microelectronics Research and Development. Sector 218. Modification of mechanisms for expedited access to technical talent and expertise at academic institutions to support Department of Defense missions. Sector 219. Technical correction to pilot program for the enhancement of the research, development, test, and evaluation centers of the Department of Defense. Sector 220. Defense research and engineering activities at minority institutions. Sector 221. Test program for engineering plant of DDG-X, destroyer vessels. Sector 222. Consortium to study irregular warfare. Sector 223.